yours, Ghost.
Well, I can't wait for this.
This is going to be a classic.
Oh, fuck it, hell. So, the last time we saw Jack Roberts was King of the Ring?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we're even before these guys go. Oh, yes! Woo! Yeah! Oh, good kid turns up. always good seeing Volca Kid. Oh, what a guy.
I love it. There's a look on his face every time the camera just drops on him. He's like, whoa! His reaction times are like, I think that little bit slower than everyone else.
That's made my day now. That's it. Anything, even Mark Henry can't bring this man down.
I feel amazing. Can't ruin this, Henry.
Ah, fuck. Brilliant stuff. There's Goldust Kid in the background. Oh dear. So we got Mark Henry, world's strongest man, reportedly. What did he? But
does he have the strength to say sorry and admit he was wrong?
Maybe not. I don't think that any man truly does, because if they do, they wouldn't be a man. They'd be.
You admit you're wrong. You ain't no man.
You'd be a weak woman. He didn't actually fucking win anything at the Olympics. He's not Kurt Angle. He was in weightlifting, deadlifting, I think, and he didn't win.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I can understand why they brought him out, but why did they bring him out? Is the other thing. Oh. He's got a, is that Damien?
Damo.
You in the bag. Damo. You in the bag. You
Damo.
You in the bag, Damo.
Fuck off. I was just checking if you was in that bag, Damo.
Didn't need a fucking bite, man, like. No,
What's he got in his pockets there?
I don't know. The tassels.
Oh, okay.
I think he. It's not. I don't think there's a snake in the bag, because whenever he lifted it up, there was Testiverse. Is that what it says? Testiverse. Obviously, he's getting some hometown heat.
Good old fashioned cheap heat. Wearing the rivals football jersey.
They were rivals. If I knew exactly who this team were, why would I give a fuck about them? I don't fucking know. He's gonna do a shitty promo. Yeah, Mark Henry didn't win. There's no snake in that bag, I don't think, because whenever he lifted it up, it looked like there was a flat bottom. But you will soon find out. Obviously, he's going to reveal.
One way or another.
Yeah.
One way or another, someone's going to get a slice of snake on their face.
I'm going to find you. He's going to get you.
And then there's going to be snake on your face.
Oh, look, there's that guy with the...
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Cut off gloves and the red specs.
I know, fucking hell, like Gorilla Monsoon specs.
Oh, the 90s were a terrible time.
Jesus. They were the worst of times. And they actually fucking were, like...
I think culturally, I don't know if it's ever been as bad as the 90s. Just nothing.
It did give us...
Grunge.
Oh, brilliant. But grunge was late 80s, early 90s, though. You can't...
Oh, like coming towards the late part of the 90s? Yeah, the late 90s were terrible. Just a cultural abyss.
I'm going to fire out a bunch of names of things, and they're the only things that I'm proud of coming from the 90s. Limp Bizkit.
Okay.
Seinfeld.
Okay, yeah.
I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys.
And of course the Steel Panther cover of said tune.
Yes, which obviously wasn't written in the 90s, but it's still glorious. Fraser.
Okay. Solid.
Solid.
Twin Peaks.
Fucking yes, Twin Peaks. Forgot about Twin Peaks. Forgot it was even in the 90s. That was in the 80s.
It's very, very 90s to watch.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. With some good blockbusters.
Aladdin.
Can't really think of anything else. Jeez, it was
Fuck, it was our wasteland.
I'm surprised that like 50% of the world's population just didn't
Just
kill
didn't top
themselves.
themselves, yeah.
Like, is this it? Russia has crumbled and now this is what we have.
Fuck. I'm actually genuinely trying to think of other things that kind of came about in the 90s. I suppose Eminem's first 2 albums. Yeah, they'd be good.
Matrix.
Fuck yeah, shit, I forgot the Matrix, yeah. Pokemon as well. Zelda, in fact the N64 was 90s as well. So Zelda Ocarina of Time, Mario 64, the N64 games that we always talk about, which is WrestleMania No Mercy.
The N64 was an oasis in a desert of shite. There he is. Look at him.
What? Boca Kid was a Boca Kid. Oh fuck! I'm sorry. I was laughing so hard my head was on the table. I didn't even fucking. Shit! Now I feel awful. Well.
He'll be back again.
He'll be back. Yeah. So, but then again, for every Backstreet Boy, NSYNC, Britney Spears for her first album, for every one of those that were kind of, and I don't mean to say that I liked them, but I mean to say that they were important.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But however, legitimately, fucking Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears, they're amazing. But yeah, I think that Britney Spears was definitely important. Christina Aguilera was definitely important. Backstreet Boys were important. Seinfeld was definitely important. But just as important as that were things that we're glad we don't have to deal with again. O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
Michael Hutchins.
Yeah.
Courtney Love.
Courtney Love.
Friends.
Fuck.
On the other hand, though, you got South Park started.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Adam and Joe. You had, but then again, on the other side of the coin again, you have Phantom Menace.
Ugh.
I know. What's he
I
got?
suppose maybe because we were in the teens. Mm-hmm. Maybe our.
Hey, I told you it was a flat bottom thing.
Oh, Jerry the King. Is there no level he won't stoop to for heat?
I love the fact that, like, Jack Snake Roberts was legitimately an alcoholic, right?
Yeah.
And they're using this. Fucking hell, he just threw that snake down. Jesus Christ. No, that's bound to be a fake snake. That can't be real. Oh, no, it is. No, it is real. It is fucking hell.
It's, yeah, because there's a bulge where it's eating something, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, yeah. Fuck. Is it Damien?
Demo. He's probably fucking pissed off. Just got thrown out of a bag, for Christ's sake.
He's moving pretty quickly as well. And you see how he's using his tongue as well because he's tasting the air. So you said that he was kind of like cooled down, wasn't he?
This is what I've heard they do with the snake handlers, what they do.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine, like, I don't think it would look good on TV if he put it around his neck and then it bit the side of his face, even though if it's poisoned, it's defanged, or if it's
well, if it's an anaconda or if it's one of those big snakes, then the poison it has is probably negligible anyway, because it doesn't need the poison because it's a constrictor.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like I don't know how true this is, but if you look at a scorpion's claws, the bigger the claws are, the less potent the venom.
Okay, because they use the claws instead.
Yes. So it's like, because the thing is, like fucking evolution is a very interesting thing, but it takes an awful lot of energy to have everything at once. And so in order for a creature or a species to maintain these things, they need to take on an awful lot of energy.
Okay.
You know? So, which is one of the reasons why, like, mammals don't have... no mammals have 6 limbs.
Yes.
Unless it's a huge mutation. You know, like, even like bats have 2 legs and then their wings are their limbs.
Yeah.
Do you know? No vertebrates, in fact. I'm trying to think of actually, I don't think any vertebrates at all. Yeah, no vertebrates have limbs. Sorry, more than two pairs limbs. No vertebrates do. Most, let's say actually all have 2 sets of limbs. It's just that some of them are vestigial. Like if you think of like an emu or an ostrich, they have wings. They're just shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Because an awful lot of the energy is used to create those new limbs, which is why like insects and arachnids and any sort of invertebrates, they don't have as advanced like muscle structure. Well, not muscle structure at all, but any muscle structure at all. Nervous systems or brains, because all the energy is spent on these extra limbs. And yeah, so whenever we lost our tails, that's good, because that meant that then we had all this extra energy that we could put into like having bigger brains. You know, but then in order to have big brains, there needed to be a longer time as a useless blob of shit. You know, which is why like deer, whenever they're born, they're running about in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Humans don't walk for fucking just near a year.
Yeah.
You know, but that's basically. You know. But the funny thing, oh Jesus, he's got something in his hand. What's he got? Oh,
You heal.
Do you want to know an interesting fact about spider legs?
Shoot.
Have I told you this before?
I think you may have.
This is a straight up shoot, ladies and gentlemen. Spider legs, how they work is they're pneumatic, so they fill with blood to stretch out, which is why they have that kind of creepy walk, because they're filled.
They're getting filled as they're moving.
What
a creepy little animal.
So their penises are the same. So basically, they've got willy legs, which is
You cock-legged, 8-eyed motherfucker.
just jizzing their as they like go.
Get off my table with your fucking jizz legs.
Oh fuck! So interesting this match is. We're talking about spiders.
Short arm clothesline there by the snake.
I like that whenever they go in for the clothesline and then pull in really quick. Oh, here we go. That was great. What? Jeez, is that official smaller than normal? Oh.
Bottle him, Jerry.
Is it a plastic bottle? Oh fuck, right in the neck. Jeez, yeah, it has to be a plastic bottle, yeah. We dropped it. Why don't they have beer in plastic bottles? Damn.
I don't know why.
There's no answer to that, I don't know.
Because
it might have something to do with the fermentation. Might have something
storage.
To do with, storage of the alcohol, maybe.
Is that, I've been saying this before, like, because Coke, by that logic,
yeah.
Coke is also like carbonated, like beer.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think in general things should be served in toughened plastic, so that way it's harder to smash it over someone's. I don't know, if you're listening to this outside of Ireland or the UK, then you maybe have never seen someone hit with a glass bottle for no reason.
Fucking hell.
But I think it's tougher to brain someone with toughened glass. So,
and the thing about like hitting someone,
toughened plastic, not glass.
Yeah, hitting someone with a glass bottle. There's no best case scenario there.
Yeah. Well, Oh, Jerry. What a low move.
It has no. He couldn't have done that. That has to be like fake.
T.
Yeah. Because there's no way that they would have let him actually use actual Jim Beam or whatever it was, or flavored or something, you know. But yeah, there's no best case scenario for getting hit with a bottle. Either it breaks and you lacerate yourself, or it bounces off your skull and causes huge amount of damage. Yeah, there's no nice way. Plastic, however, I mean, plastic can break as well.
Yeah.
Oh yes! Fuck, I forgot about Mark Andrews there.
Mark, why did you let him do the first one?
Mark,
You're standing there.
see, now you make it look worse because you look inept.
Incidentally, he is wearing a white denim jeans, and I think that's a white denim jacket.
Yes.
This is the most 90s a cappella Boys to Men look you can carry off, I think.
If he had like something shaved into his head, like
Yeah.
like the Reebok sign or something. You missed that guy's teeth, by the way, who was like shouting at Jerry. He looked like a fucking hellbilly.
Where are they here?
It's
It's no Pontiac Dome, that's for sure.
Pontiac Dome. Let's see. SummerSlam was
Cleveland.
in Cleveland, was it?
Yeah,
Cleveland, Ohio, and the Gund Arena, which just sounds like.
But that sounds far too close for.
Yep.
Yeah, I would really rename that.
The Gund Arena, like the Gunt area, just like fucking Jim Cornette's Gunt. So that was a shit match.
Not great.
No, and unnecessary as well, because fuck's sake, I mean, that's the last two matches we've seen fucking Jerry the King Lawler in it. He's been a ruthless bully and been beaten both times, so he has no need to be a bully. But the twice that we've seen Jake the Snake Roberts be this, you know, he means well, he's just looking out for other people, and there's absolutely no need. Fucking hell, is it a fight going on? There's absolutely no need for this sort of bollocks, is what I'm saying. Anyway, the Boiler Room Brawl is coming up next. Hopefully it will not be as bad.
Like Jake the Snake, I think he sells well.
Yeah, no, he's fucking like, the man's a great wrestler, but in terms of his character, you know, you want him to go out there, and you want there to be like a wild side to him, or some sort of dangerous side, you know, and whenever he gets pushed that far, that's whenever shit goes down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know if maybe they knew really what they were doing with him then, because he had this Christian born again thing going on, but
I think it was legitimate. That was his.
Yeah, I think so.
Real. Yeah. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I mean, the match was okay. It's always nice to see Jerry King Lawler get his fuck kicked in.
Yeah.
And obviously it kind of leads him on to the next 6 years, whereas he was a heel announcer.
Yeah.
You know, you really fucking hate him. But go.
Just, it was always funny, like the way they would announce, like as someone was turning heel, they would just switch sometimes, like within a week.
Yeah.
To him, it's like, I hate him, he's a fool. And then the next week they've turned heel, it's like, I like this new side to him. He's a real go-getter. He's
a champ.
Yeah, it was just a cue on who you're supposed to be booing and cheering for. Whoever Lawler says is good is bad, and whoever Jim Ross says is good, or bad is bad.
Yeah. And which is fine. I mean, everyone has, you know, heel and face announcers, which is weird whenever they agree with each other.
Yeah, I
it's
think
really weird when they agree.
It means they don't have a fucking clue what's going on.
Yeah.
It means it's been badly booked.
it's been badly booked, or it might be because a lot of the times, in order for heels to get even more heat, they beat up an announcer.
Great, that's
great
way to get that heat.
Yes, but I mean, like Jim Ross getting punched in the face, that's bad because the audience would be like, "Oh, you can't punch Jim Ross." Jerry the King Lawler getting punched in the face is good because he's a cunt. But if Jerry the King Lawler is the person doing the punching in the face, then you're on for him, even though he's the bad guy. If it forces Jerry the King Lawler to stand up for something, then you're like, oh fucking hell, this guy must be Jesus Christ,
be a real piece of shit.
Who have we got out here? Mr. Leany, Mussolini. Fucking
give him
Jesus.
hell, Jerry.
I know, yeah. Like recently they did that with the Ascension. Ascension moved up to the WWE, and they were saying like, oh, we're better than the Road Warriors, better than the Outlaws, better than the APA, and I actually noticed that. I was like, oh, that's a bit weird because JBL seems to be disagreeing with them.
Yeah,
and but if they're supposed to be heels, he'd be the one who'd be like, oh yeah, these are totally brilliant. But all the announcers were disagreeing with him, and then it was that huge spot where he got up and Ron Simmons came out and beat the fuck out of them,
So they were just setting this up.
They were
these guys.
Yeah, they were setting it up, but a lot of the times that happens where people are kind of confused, and the other time it happens is whenever they're trying to, like, do a work, basically. Like anytime they use the Owen voice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not part of the entertainment. Stephanie McMahon has broken a nail. This is not part of the entertainment. We're very sorry for this.
To see this.
Yes. And that's the only time that, like, when Shayna hurt herself, quote unquote, hurt herself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So not when she actually hurt herself.
No, not when she actually hurt herself. But when she quote unquote broke her neck, then both announcers were very concerned for her safety, and it was because it was a fucking work. Anyway, the next match is a huge part of our favourite book, Blood, Sweat and Socks. Pardon me.
Huge part of the lore.
The lore. First Boiler Room Brawl?
I believe so.
Between Mankind and Undantaker. It was set up like a film, it was shot like a film, it was all pre-recorded. And it's been genuinely years since I've seen it.
And I would go a bit further and say this may be the first time that anybody had ever fought inside a boiler room anywhere.
Boiler rooms are not generally places that humans go to, unless you're a serial killer
or the janitor,
and
or both. You could double up.
But let's face it, if you're a janitor, you're dead inside already.
Oh.
So, and as we all know, janitors not gregarious animals, so no one would have gone into a boiler room to speak to the janitor while he's in there, contemplating suicide or
Jesus Christ,
finishing that old bottle of Jim Beam,
driving a nail into a 2x4.
Oh, Jesus.
Could carry it around, threaten school children with it.
So
shout out, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yep. So Mankind, Undertaker, Boiler Room Brawl, and it is coming up next